Welcome back to my channel. It's Blaze Beyond. So many people have to re-record their videos and I'm just like, how the hell do you have patience? And hear ye, this is my second time. And you know, they say a third time's a charm. I think for me it's the second time's a charm because my Jacob Elordi video I had to do 2 times. Like, fuck, why are people looking at me? Why can't I be bald and get attention? That should be something that happens. It doesn't. So I had this idea that I need to be more serious for like my psychic readings. But the thing is, I'm much more of a pleasant energy when I have energy. I guess that's everyone. But the last video I recorded, it was like I was so dead and I was also irritated and I literally just started talking about my bipolar disorder instead of actually talking about the reading. And I did it very aggressively and loud. So yeah, this is gonna end up being a long intro if I don't shut up and start talking. I hope you guys liked the last reading. The very few people who even actually watched it, which this is a new channel, so I highly doubt. But the people in the future, months from now, after my channel has grown, I hope you liked that reading. So, again, welcome. I'm gonna go with Bat Gang since I love bats. Welcome back, Bat Gang. Just subscribe. You don't have to. They're just do it. Let's begin with the Lucy Hale reading. I'm doing random celebrities until I start getting actual requests. Let's begin with Lucy Hale. When I first tuned in, the color white was just emphasized because every single thing in her house was white. And again, to remind you guys, not every vision I see is literal. It could be symbolic of something. White could represent perfectionism, purity, innocence, as an awakening. It could represent OCD. There's so many things, and these are also my just interpretations too, because every reader can interpret things a little bit different. For me, I have to look at the shade of red and the feelings I get behind the color too, because red can mean balanced or it can mean angry or passionate. You know, there's so many things a color can mean. I go based off of spiritual meanings, colors behind every chakra. In Lucy Hale's case, the White House, everything being white, this is how she wants people to see her. Okay, she not has OCD, but I would say she cares how she's viewed. You know, this is where as everyone knows now, it has come out, and I am aware that she had dealt with. She was an alcoholic, I think. I didn't read too much into it. As a psychic, we're not supposed to be acting like we don't hear or see things, you know. And I have nothing to hide. Again, I'm just doing this for it's my passion, and I do get actual messages and visions, and can feel the way people feel when I really tune in. You know, this is not for just attention or money. Like, this is just I just wanted to read on her randomly. And I was aware of like her having an alcohol problem, but she got over it. And that did come up when I did my first meditation on her. Nothing about her alcohol problem came up. It was just these things that I'm telling you. And then I'll talk more about that. But yeah, she deals with anxiety, and it mainly comes from just caring about what people think, wanting to come off a certain way. So it gave like somebody working in the White House. It's like I seen her. It's like she wants everything to be almost perfect, or she kind of could freak out. I seen her. She was in the kitchen. She was needing to be around her mom, and I tuned in more. Like I had to do 3 meditations for her because I couldn't really get all that much in the first one or the second one. It wasn't as in depth as I wanted, but it kept coming up that she needs to be around her mom at this time. The second meditation, it also came up, this concern for her mom. Either her mom's going through something like she lost somebody, or it's something to do with either it's like family or health issue. But I can't tune in what's going on with her mom. I just know that Lucy Hale feels the need to be around her mom for herself, and she feels like her mom needs her more than her mom lets on. I just saw them in the kitchen, and I also just seen that she likes doing like the smallest little things with people. She needs to be around people. The only time she actually likes to be alone is when she's like studying her lines, and I seen that she's really serious about work, because there was a vision of her. Nobody was around. It was just her in her zone. She was just looking at the clock to make sure she's doing the exact hours she planned for that day to practice her lines. This could be other things that don't pertain to acting. I'm sure she does other things, but she was just very serious. So what came up about her personality was I had to tune in. It actually took me 3 meditations to actually grasp, besides outside of her anxiety and caring about what people think to get to the root of who she is. And what came up is just like very, she was giving more head than heart when I first tuned in, but that's just because I was just mainly seeing the anxiety, anxious side. So of course you're more in your head when you're anxious. But when I got to deeper layers in my meditation, I was able to see she's actually very empathetic, and she does show her emotions with the people close to her. When she's not in her head and having anxiety, she's the type of person I'll remember really small details of what someone's favorite thing is, what they order, what their favorite color is. When she's the type of person that will give you very thoughtful gifts, and she is okay with overextending herself for the people she finds important in her life. Yeah, empathetic, considerate, thoughtful, and then just hardworking. I looked this up after. I actually, only thing I've ever watched her in is Pretty Little Liars. I didn't know any other acting roles outside of that. But after I did one of my second meditation, I actually decided to look it up. Every single year, she's in like 2 to 3 movies, and I actually have not seen that from an actor. Maybe there is some, but like I don't pay attention since I think 2019. Like literally, she's always consistently. It shows that she's very much a, I don't want to say workaholic, but she likes working. She likes working because 3 movies in a year is kind of crazy for like 2 years straight, like 3 years straight. Like that's just booking yourself with a lot of stuff. Because you gotta think about it. Like you have, it takes time to study these lines, the actor you're supposed to be, the role you're supposed to play. So I came up. She takes it very seriously. Like she really likes her job. But that's just how she is overall. I know the last reading I kind of like organized it, but I'm just gonna start blabbing. All right. So, all right. So again, it died again. Maybe this is the one I charged. I don't know, but I just kept seeing that she likes there to be like a good chemistry between her and the guy director and the person casting her in the movie. If not, she's not gonna take it because she has insecurity. She's very sensitive to criticism. Actually, is what I've seen. That's something she still struggles with, and that I don't really see her changing from. Because again, she's in a lot of movies, and she cares about how her acting career looks. She didn't want to be the girl on Pretty Little Liars that didn't have like a lot going after, and that's her biggest thing. Like no, that's why she consistently is in movies, and why she is, I won't say she's a workaholic, but bordering, and doing so many movies. She feels like she has to constantly remind everyone that she's not just from Pretty Little Liars and prove herself, and so she's barely finding her footing in her career, within herself, her confidence, and even just navigating relationships and putting herself first. Because as I said, in her relationships, she just has felt like she catered more to them, and it was just an emotional drain. So she's barely, again, that's the key word. I'm actually going to title the video that, um, you know barely finding her footing. That represents everything that I picked up on with her in her life. Is, she really does want kids, and I saw a vision of her actually being older, an older woman. She had wrinkles, and she had gray hair, and she was looking down at a baby. I don't know if this baby was alive, if it was dead, if it was, I don't know. I just know she was like smiling and kind of talking to it, looking down, but then there's like sadness in her eyes. And what I got from that is she will regret. She will regret not having kids sooner, or if she never has kids, she'll regret it. That is coming up strongly. You know, I don't know if she's in denial. I don't know if she's gonna just not have kids because she's just scared of being a mom. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I do know I did pick up on her regretting something pertaining to children. So that's something I do see in the future for her. She's gonna have to deal with. Besides that, oh, another thing I picked up on, I don't know who it is, but in two meditations, I seen that there's a problem with somebody she works with. I don't know. I can't really pinpoint. It's not a sister. It's not necessarily a super close friend. It's not her mom. I don't know who it is, but there's someone she has a problem with, and it's because this person's giving her a hard time. And when I started to tune in, like as soon as I do a meditation and I end up crying, that's when I'm getting so deep into the person's like just world. And I cried a lot in the meditation, the third meditation. And this is hurting her. Whatever. It's a girl that is kind of giving her a hard time for something. I think there's a misunderstanding of communication. It feels like Lucy Hale did something, I would say, between now and 2 years ago that is barely coming out now pertaining to a male in the industry. Um, and I don't know if information that Lucy Hale gave about this man was misleading to another person in the acting world, and it caused that person to not get the role, or if misinformation was spread, but it's something like that. I don't know. It's pertaining to some type of movie, someone feeling like something wasn't fair, misinformation, and Lucy Hale is kind of being like ganged up on between this male and this woman who feel like, she caused a problem or that she's lying about something. And I just felt her emotions, and she just feels very saddened by this. And I don't know, I feel like this person she has to deal with on a degree to like a lot, because she came up twice. I don't see this person ever forgiving her, and I think that's what she's dealing with, and why I was made me cry, because I felt, as a clairsentient, my two psychic abilities are clairvoyance, which is seeing visions, and then clairsentience, which is feeling that. Besides kids, besides love, besides her mom, I'm trying to think, just doing better. A new chapter. She put everything in her past, all the alcoholic stuff out, all the anxiety and stuff, all the anxiety and stuff. She's just way lighter now. Her energy feels way lighter. Less caring about people think, and just working on her career and being less hard on herself. Still being hesitant to take certain roles. She's always going to be that way. Not wanting harsh criticism. She's in a really, really much better place. And again, she still feels like she's trying to make milestones in her career, so she's not where she even wants to be. I hope I didn't forget anything. This reading is actually pretty much done now, so there's nothing else I have to say, at least that I can remember. Honestly, she's just doing much better emotionally, being less hard on herself, taking more care of herself, like having more self-respect, putting herself first in her emotional needs. But however, she does have that problem with that girl in the industry that kind of sucks that she's going through. Her mom might be dealing with some type of battle that's making Lucy Hale feel like she needs to be more on her mom. She yeah, those few things, but she's still finding her footing. She really wants a kid, but doesn't feel like she'll ever be ready to. So she might sabotage herself into not ever having one, and she will regret that. So I don't know. That's all I got. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and yeah, join the Bat Gang. Join the Bat Gang. Bang. Adios.